Hi, everybody. My name is Sam. I am a Euchre expert because I was born in the state of Indiana, and it's sort of a little bit of a rite of passage around here. You are born, you are handed your Euchre certificate, and you just keep moving through life knowing that that's all you're good for. So I had a fan from twitch.tv/MrGamerman, where I stream game shows, video games, and the like, suggest I take a look at the Degrassi episode of Euchre. Euchre's apparently very heavily featured in this episode. I should give it a look and sort of give my expert take on what's happening. Maybe teach people how to play Euchre through pop culture television from 20 years ago. I've never seen a single episode of this, at least not voluntarily. So here we go. We're going to take a look at Degrassi, the next generation, and how they play Euchre. I'll make myself, a more reasonable size here, so that you can take in most of the episode. Their little side cam action, and let's go. And right out of the gate. So here's how Euchre's played, right? It's 4 people. This person has the lead. They've led the ace of spades, so now it is presumed that if you're one of the 3 other players, and you have a spade card, you are to follow suit. So whoever's sitting to her left should play a spade card next. It's Dirk. We don't know what Dirk played.
Dead? It's awful. It's terrible.
You named your ferret Bueller?
Little ferret talk at the table.
It's a heart. Try to find one.
Now here's where let me turn the captions on for the rest of this. But yeah, what Dirk just said is Alex a heart, try to find one. And I want you go ahead and reverse a couple seconds. I purposefully didn't talk during that so you could hear how everybody responded to the fact that Ferris Bueller died. Everybody kind of reacts in some way, shape, or form that is appropriate. But Dirk says, Alex a heart, try to find one. But Alex responded, I mean, sure, not the most sympathetic, but it was actually more sympathetic than the person who went, you named your ferret Bueller. There's no purpose for Dirk to tell Alex to find a heart when Alex's response was more meaningful than the person next to them. So I think what Dirk is doing here is table talk, which is extremely against the rules. I'm going to assume that hearts is trump, and what Dirk is trying to tell Alex is you need to play a heart because I can't beat the ace of spades. I had to follow suit. I played a spade. You have a trump card. If you don't have a spade, you should play a heart, which is the trump card. And if you play the trump card over what is led, you win. It's a specific suit. We'll probably get into it a little bit later. I have to imagine they explain it. But it's a suit that will beat what was led. More details to follow on that one.
Bueller was Sean's baby, and since he's been gone, things haven't exactly been fun around the apartment.
Marco, partner, the game is Euchre.
Marco
Spades is
Polo.
up.
I'll come over.
Okay, the game is Euchre. I'm glad that they decided to explain that to a person presumably already in the game. Spades is up is just a way of telling somebody, if somebody forgets what suit was led that you have to follow, spades is up. It's also a way of saying the suit that has not yet to be declared trump. You could be like, oh, spades is up, but here she's letting her partner know, hey, you got to play a spade if you have one. If not, you got to do whatever. Now her partner led the ace of spades. From what we've seen, that's still winning. Presumably, they would not play anything to ruin that. They'd probably throw a card away if they could. Lowest spade or offsuit non-trump card.
Family, it's a good excuse.
With the house on fire.
The house on fire.
Sorry.
Went on down to Tim Hortons and bought a donut.
Hey, worry instead about playing Euchre, Ellie Nash.
You want to play cards?
Dylan's hockey team plays Thursdays for money. A lot of money. My allowance only lasts. Not
uncommon. A lot of cash game Euchre tournaments going on. I remember my parents growing up played in a couple of cash game Euchre tournaments. We were cutting it pretty close for a couple months there due to their Euchre tournament money addiction, but we made it.
Like 3 hands.
And you play why?
I repeat, Dylan's hockey team. Now, you deal out 5 cards each. What's left over goes in a...
Okay, I'm sorry. They're playing the entertainer? Euchre's not some ragtime, let's go on down to the bar and play some Euchre. We'll talk to some fine gals, do a little dance. The entertainer is it's also extremely American song for a Canadian TV show. This is very out of place.
Pile. The top cards.
Let's keep hold on. Let's go.
5 cards each. What's left over goes in a pile.
They're correct. 5 cards
card
each.
Turned up. That card's trump. Now the jack of that suit is the highest.
Okay, so he's a little misleading there. I'm going to assume he's just giving her the cliff notes. But so he's correct that the jack of the trump suit is the most powerful card. And then the jack of the opposite suit is the second most powerful card. So if diamonds were trump, jack of diamonds is the most powerful card in the game. Jack of hearts becomes the second most powerful card in the game. And then the rest of the diamonds follow afterwards. So it'd be jack of diamonds, jack of hearts, ace of diamonds, king of diamonds, queen of diamonds, 10 of diamonds, 9 of diamonds. And you only play with 9 through ace of those 4 suits. You don't play with any other cards. That's why I meant to point this out when he brought it out. It was in a rubber band. The cards were in a rubber band. And that's actually really common for like hardcore euchre players, where they'll just remove the cards that you use to play euchre with and put them in a rubber band and then put it back in the deck, so you can just always immediately pull out the euchre cards. You can leave the rest that you need in the box. Even I've had a couple of friends who just take a deck of cards and they just put 2 rubber banded euchre decks in there, because it's not uncommon to just go play a bunch of euchre with a bunch of people, and you just have multiple euchre decks in a single box. One thing I've noticed, and that I'll point out again, I'll point out again later, because it comes up again later, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, the thing that he was wrong on is that the card you flip up is not automatically trump. What happens is the dealer flips the top card up. He's correct about that. But then turn goes to the dealer's left, and that person gets to say either pick it up or put it down. Pick up the card. If they order the card up, as soon as that card is ordered up, it is officially the trump suit. It is officially the most powerful suit in the round. If the person to their left says pass, it moves on to the dealer's teammate across from them. The dealer's teammate can then say pick it up or pass. Then it moves on. If they pass, it moves on to the third party in this scenario, and they again can say pick it up, pass. If it goes to all 3 people and the dealer also chooses to pass, the dealer then actually flips that card down. Now it goes again around a second time, and this time anybody can order. They can either pass again, or they can order whatever suit they want that wasn't the card that was face up. You can't just turn down the 9 of diamonds and then go, secretly I wanted it to be diamonds, I just didn't like that card. That's against the rules. But you could do hearts, spades, or clubs for the rest of the suits. Now there's a couple of other things that go along here, which is there's little house rules that you can play when it comes to this opening maneuver. You can do ace no face, which basically means if you were dealt a hand that is just aces and numbered cards, so no king, queen, jack, you can say ace no face, and basically it ends the round immediately. You just nobody gets a point. You don't even play the hand. You just throw your cards away and you call it a day. That a lot of people don't like playing that house rule, because it's kind of just a way of saying I'm too scared to lose this hand, and that's unfair. Other house rules that are a bit more common, which is screw the dealer, which means if it passes around the table twice, so nobody wants the card that was face up, and nobody wants the card, or nobody wants to name a suit after the face up card's been turned down, everybody's just too scared, the dealer must declare trump suit. The dealer must declare a suit that becomes the trump if you're playing screw the dealer. If you're not playing screw the dealer, the other rule is that everybody just mucks the hand, and it's as if it never happened. You turn the deal over to the person to your left, go clockwise, and you just don't play it, because everybody was too scared and nobody gets to play. I think that covers that. Anyways, he's half right about the 9 of diamonds.
If you have an amazing hand, you can go alone. Play without your partner, worth 2 points.
He's correct. If you play without your partner, the whole point in euchre is to win 3 tricks. Each turn of cards is a trick. If you win 3 tricks and you named the suit, the trump suit, you get 1 point. If you win 3 tricks and you did not name the suit, or if you named the suit and you take all 5 tricks, you get 2 points. If you say you're going to go alone and you win, you get 2 points. If you go alone and you take them all, you get 4 points. That's pretty much the scoring breakdown there.
So,
okay, no resolution. That's fine. Good thing I talked a lot over. Still playing the entertainer.
Hearts of trump.
Meaning the Jack of Hearts is the highest card in the world.
I just played euchre yesterday.
Ellie speaks euchre now.
Hey, Marco.
Ellie speaks Ukrainian now.
Ellie, you're in.
I can't take Marco's place.
No, it's okay. Sit.
She's ready
Dylan's
now.
entire hockey team, combined, is less competitive than her.
The ace of spades is down.
Meaning it's their trick so far?
Okay, so in this case, Ace of Spades is down is another way of what I would say here is Ace of Spades was led. Her partner just told her what suit was led and the value. So Ace of Spades was led, assuming it's not the trump suit. It is the most powerful card, so she's correct in saying that it's their trick so far. Did they say what's trump?
It's down.
They did. Hearts is trump, right? I'm going back.
Ellie, you're in.
I can't.
Marco, be gone. Ellie, you're in.
I can't.
Oh, you know what they did when they first sit down? They say,
Hearts is the highest card in the world.
yeah, okay, hearts is trump. Cool.
It's okay.
Okay.
That's the queen of hearts. You sure you want to lead Trump?
Well, I don't have any spades, and that's my lowest heart.
Yeah. A fair move.
I get a scatterproof partner only to stop for French class?
Oh, well.
So yeah, okay. For those of you who may have still been confused about what I'm saying about the trump card, is that all the other suits operate as normal except for the trump suit. So spades, clubs, diamonds. In this instance, it's as your brain would assume: ace, king, queen, jack, 10, 9. Well, except for the jack of diamonds. That is in the trump suit now. But everything else operates in order. Even the diamonds, you remove the jack, but everything still operates in order. Ace to 9. What she did there is the ace of spades was led. The ace of spades was led. She doesn't have a spade, presumably, or she's cheating. And, you call her out on that. She's sent to jail, as one should. She's playing a trump suit. But what that means is this trump suit is, no matter what, better than the card you played, unless somebody plays a trump suit of a higher value than her. So in this case, Dirk, who would have been next, he still has to play a spade if he has one. You must play the suit that was led if you have it. If you don't have it, then he can go ahead and be like, well, I'll go ahead and trump her trump, which is, if you're a good teammate, that's what you should do. That way it means you're going to get the trick. So he would have needed to play king of hearts, ace of hearts, jack of diamonds, jack of hearts. Any of those would have beat the queen of hearts. But we're not going to get that resolution because they got to go to French class.
Je suis up for skipping.
Where to?
Why don't you're skipping class. Just stay there and finish the Euchre game. Excellent product placement for Snapple here, by the way. I'd drink one right now. That looks like a delicious beverage. All right, more Euchre. Okay. You guys are probably loving how instantly. First off, I don't know how they're keeping score. Typically, when you take a trick, you rake the cards in, and that's how you know you got a point. They are throwing all of their cards on top of each other, and they've neatly stacked what looks like the entire Euchre deck here. So I don't know how they're keeping track of who got what points. But as you can see, these two, because you always sit across from your teammate. So Redhead and I don't know who this is. I guess it was the other girl. They only need 1 point to win here. What's interesting here is that they're playing with both the fives of opposite suits. This could be just like a cultural thing, or it could be a house rule thing. I don't know. I have always played with everybody that I've ever played Euchre with. 6-4 of the same suit is what you use to keep score with. Either way, you're getting 10, right? You could do 3-7, 5-5, 6-4, 2-8, whatever. Who cares? But I have always done the 6 and the 4 of the same suit. Usually spades and hearts, but you're kind of picking hairs or splitting hairs with the suit preference there. So using the 2 5s, interesting enough. But yeah, Euchre is played to 10. So they have 9 points. Presumably Dirk and his pal, I'm going to call you Jeffrey, only have 2 points. So they got absolutely destroyed there.
Okay, fine, rematch. Okay, right now.
That was the rematch. Unless you want to make it more
How fast are you guys playing Euchre? You're about to do a second. All right.
Strip Euchre?
All right, Dirk.
As in money. As in $20.
Okay.
Okay.
The constant playing of the entertainer is gonna really get to me here. You're okay. Interesting. He's dealing standard round the horn. So for me, This is also probably, I'm going to say this is maybe something that me and my friends have not always done proper. I never deal euchre one card at a time. I deal euchre 3 cards to my right, 2 cards in front, 3 cards to my left, 2 cards to me, and then the opposite. 2 cards to my right, 3 cards in front, 2 cards to my left, 2 cards to me. That's how I've always dealt. To be honest, that's just the way I was raised. I was just raised to deal that way. Okay, so clubs could be trump.
Clubs.
Dirk is the dealer. Clubs is up. Doesn't mean it is trump.
Oh, one question. Why do they call these bowers?
Yeah, and this is rude. You can't just do that.
And we skipped French class for
Right.
this.
Semantics, I suppose, but she should have ordered the card up. She should have established trump and then said it's a laydown hand. You know, I mean, that's just bad sportsmanship right there. To just reveal that you had. So, sorry, for those who may not have understood.
One question. Why do they call these bowers?
Okay, let's get rid of the captions for a second. So, clubs, assuming she was going to order the card up, which, you know, it would have been the correct call with the loaded hand she has. She's got a guaranteed 4 points there because clubs is trump. So she now has the jack of clubs. That's the most powerful card. She has the jack of spades, second most powerful card. Ace of clubs, third most powerful card. And assuming she would have played those cards sequentially, those 3 in a row, she would have weeded out any other potential card that could have beat her. With 3 trump cards, you would have gotten rid of anybody else's potential trump cards to have beaten, because you have king, queen, 10 is all that's left, and those would have all been weeded out through those first 3 of the highest. So then the 9 of clubs immediately becomes a winning card because it's the last remaining trump card left. So if you lead that, it's an automatic win, knowing no one else can beat that. And then the queen of spades, you know, they're only playing for 1 point, I suppose. They're not actually doing a rematch. But if they were doing a rematch, you actually would still play it out. This is not really a lay down hand because somebody could have beat the queen of spades. And you would need to play that out officially because if she goes it alone and takes them all, it's 4 points. If somebody beats the queen of spades, it's only 2 points. But I guess this was a one-off for $20, so she can basically just be a poor sport and just take their money.
And we skipped French class for this.
You're Canadian. You'll figure it out along the way. Bow, bow.
That's my whole last paycheck.
Less $10 from this morning.
It isn't enough, is it?
Just tell them to play for less money. Don't
$540. Otherwise known as my rent.
Don't play with your rent money. Any good euchre player in the state of Indiana, and probably even Ohio, would probably be nice enough to not make you play with your rent money, right? Like, even Ohio would allow you. It's pretty cutthroat in Canada if you're willing to play with your
like
rent
this.
money. Okay, dealing. Round the horn, one at a time. Once again, not correct, but we'll let it go. Money down. Okay, so presumably Jack of Diamonds was led here. Okay, this is clearly not the first. They're kind of playing out a order here because they led a diamond. She doesn't have any diamonds, but she's already down to 3 cards, so we've skipped some things. They follow suit. That's a completely different hand. None of those cards were diamonds. So, okay, I looked at this specific, like this thing earlier. I watched this specific scene earlier. And this doesn't make sense to me, the order of cards. Diamonds was led, right? She was the dealer, judging by the fact that the cards are in front of her in the direction the direction that they are facing. Diamonds was led, seemingly by this hockey player over here. We'll call him Chad. Chad plays King of Diamonds, so Diamonds is led. She plays the Jack of Spades, which from a story standpoint, I'd assume that they'd have her hold on to that card as the trump card. But then, so he plays, she plays. Apparently, she plays out of order. She just throws her last card on the table, which, to be fair, for the last card isn't uncommon. A lot of people just kind of throw the last card out there because they just know they'll just know who's supposed to lead, look at all the cards, and then make the assumption from there. or make the correct call from there. So if you're playing casual, I would not do that playing for cash. But if you're playing casual, you just kind of throw the last card, figure out who won, you know, be laissez-faire about it, blasé-faire even. But she plays out of order, and then he throws down a 10 of clubs. So I guess diamonds, I guess hearts was trump because something didn't work there. Good point. I don't know if you guys saw the point on screen there. Oop, I missed something. Hold on. What'd she do? She used a little. Okay, so spades must have been trump, and it looks like a jack of jack of clubs. Yeah. Ooh, wow. Okay, wow. All the heavy hitters. There was ace of spades, jack of clubs, jack of spades comes in, steals it. Yeah, giggle that one away. Yeah, you gotta take a breath after that one. It looks like you lost 3 euchre hands.
We have to take the next hand.
And if
Wait.
we lose it,
We're behind by a point. We have to take the next hand.
Okay, they're down
lose
1.
it,
Hey, put the lid on your crush. Put the lid. That's rude. You turn down moving in and then you leave the lid off the soda.
hi.
That's gonna go
customer service.
flat. No boy. Anyways, all right.
Spades is trump.
Okay, spades is
Pick it up.
trump.
I'm going alone.
And she's going alone. Just picking it. Okay, so they are. Here's the deal. They are showing that you do order it up,
Spades
right?
is trump. Pick it up.
Pick it up. So redhead girl is dealer. Person on left must have passed. Teammate orders it up and says she's going alone. So they do know that you have to order the card up. You can't just it's not just automatically trump. So just saying, they should have established that sooner before we got to the most intense scene in the film. Okay, she's ordering up a spade, and she's going alone.
I'm going alone.
Interesting that you would tell your. It happens. It totally happens.
You know you're a point away from
But
losing.
interesting to give
And
your
that's for
partner a
winning.
trump card and then order to go alone.
Alex, can I talk to you?
We've been over the concept of going alone before. Talk to Marco. I'm sure he'll clarify things again.
Are you 100% sure of your hand, Alex?
Okay. This is my reaction. This is my reaction if I'm the other players. Because first off, you can't, we talked about table talk at the very beginning of this, right? You can't just say, Alex, can I talk to you? That's table talk. You're not, it's against the rules to give your partner, or maybe it's not against the rules, but it's bad form, man. It's bad form to look in a game where you're not supposed to know what anybody has in their hand, what their 5 cards are, to look across the way at your partner and say, can we discuss the action you just wished me to take? That's bad form, brother. Like, you're supposed to just trust your partner. Have a mental idea of what your partner's working with as the round moves on. That's part of the skill of euchre, is to read not only your opponents but your partner as well. So if your partner says, Alex, can I talk to you? If I'm at the table, if I'm the hockey players, I'm going, no, you can't. That's not how this game works. I'm giving him this look right here, right? But then, right?
I'm sure he'll clarify things again.
Giuseppe decides to Marco's Pizza decides to step in here and say, Alex, are you sure of your hand? Mansplain to the world, okay? Alex, are you sure that your hand's the best one? Are you 100% certain of your hand? First off, all right, mansplanation if I've ever seen one. But second off, you're not even in the hand, brother. You don't get to tell her. You don't get to tell anybody at the table anything. You keep your mouth shut. You let them duke it out with the cards. You don't step in. And so if I'm one of the hockey players and he gets in on it, I say hands over. Hands over. You don't get to, because that's table talk to the highest degree. You as an outside factor are trying to push the direction of the game in a more favorable way towards one side when the other two have been playing it completely properly up until this point. You cannot just say, if he comes in and says that, I say the hand's a wash. Either we all get our money back or we honest. I mean, there's a case to be made like this is just cheating enough, like you guys lose the hand. I think it's a bit extreme, right? Especially, if you're just trying to be, friendly and it's some cordial games of euchre. I'd say the hand's a wash, we're taking our money back. But or we'll play a new hand, because that's
Are you
insane.
100% sure of your hand, Alex?
1,000. Relax, here.
You can't
Look
be
at the
1,000%.
cards.
That's not a real percentage.
My lead, right?
Wait, that's my rent money.
You're bugging me, Ellie.
Lead singer of the Strokes at the table.
You know, we'll just forget this hand. Can I have the cards?
Sit
That's
down.
good sportsmanship. That makes up for her earlier when she did the card turn without ordering the card up.
I lead with the ace of hearts.
Okay. Now, at this point, once he leads, the hockey players say, like, we don't mind. You know, at this point, all's fair in love and euchre, right? The hockey players have stated, like, we don't care. Ace of hearts. Ace of farts, baby.
Keep it. Don't bother. 4 points.
What does she lay down?
Keep it. Don't bother. 4.
So, spades trump. She got the club and spades. So, those are the 2 highest. 3rd highest. Yeah, okay, so there's 4 guaranteed. Honestly, oh, well, wait. She would have played the 9 there. Could have lost that if he has the 10. So, or a king or a queen, and he doesn't have a heart. So, yeah, that's 4 points. That's not a guaranteed 5. It could have been 5. It was you only needed 1, so who cares, right? You lay the cards down. Get your point, win the game, get your rent money back, your mom's rent money back that you were irresponsibly gambling away. The ace of diamonds could have been a take all 5, a clean sweep, but they at least get 4, so guaranteed point.
Points. We win.
Man, I sure feel like a real loser that I didn't trust
You really
my
ought to believe in
teammate.
people more.
Look at the good acting here. Hold on, look at this. Okay, so she walks away. Look at James Austin Johnson wearing a mop. Teammate? Huh. he really sells the, like, that happened. Huh. So anyways, that was the Euchre episode of Degrassi. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys really know how to play Euchre now. If you don't, comment anything confusing I said down below, and I will keep trying until all of the world understands this game.